takes care of our young ones. In the churches of Christendom, as many of us are aware of, they segregate their children into areas where, well, Sunday school, I guess. Here in Jehovah's organization, they take part actively in the goings-on in our congregation, and they are being made disciples of Christ, followers of Jesus himself. So we can appreciate these parts that we have that involve our children. So we're going to go ahead and start our program here. This is the first in a series that we'll see, and we'll have a little narration here. And Brother Rodriguez, can you turn me down a little bit? Moses. It was Jehovah speaking through an angel. Moses.
Here I am.
I am the God of your forefathers. My people, the Israelites, are suffering in Egypt. Let me send you to speak to Pharaoh. You are to bring my people out of Egypt. Moses and his brother Aaron went to appear before Pharaoh.
Jehovah says, send my people away so that they may serve me in the wilderness.
Who is Jehovah? I'm not going to send Israel away.
Aaron even performed a miracle before Pharaoh to show that God had sent them. But Pharaoh was stubborn. He would not let Jehovah's people leave Egypt. Next, Pharaoh brought 9 plagues on Egypt. The Nile River turned to blood. Frogs covered the land. Tiny insects called gnats swarmed humans and animals. Gadflies invaded houses and ruined the land. Diseases killed many of the animals. The Egyptians and their animals had painful boils and blisters. A hailstorm and fire ruined the fields and killed people and animals. Locusts ate up the vegetation left over from the destructive hailstorm. Darkness covered the land for 3 days. But Pharaoh refused to send the Israelites away. Moses and Aaron went to see Pharaoh again.
Jehovah has said, I am going to bring one more plague on Egypt. About midnight, every firstborn son will die.
Sure enough, that very night Jehovah sent his angel to kill the firstborn son in every God-defying Egyptian home, including Pharaoh's son.
Get up, go, serve Jehovah, just as you have stated.
All the Israelites were finally allowed to leave Egypt. But the Israelites were not yet out of danger. How did Jehovah protect them? Find out in our next illustrated Bible story. So what did we learn from this? Why did Pharaoh not listen to Moses and Aaron?
Pharaoh was stubborn and arrogant, as it is brought out in Exodus 9, verse 17.
Okay. Sister Crossman, would you, do you have that up there? Would you like to read that?
Yes. Are you still behaving arrogantly against my people by not sending them away?
Okay. And then how did Jehovah deliver his people? What was the really neat thing that he did here?
It shows us in Psalms chapter 66, verse 6. He changed the sea into dry land. They crossed the river on foot. They were rejoiced in him.
Oh, okay. It's a first-class deliverance, huh? Not on muddy ground, huh? Dry ground? Okay. And how was Moses different from Pharaoh?
Moses knew he was an Israelite and he cared for his people, but Pharaoh didn't care for his people.
That's right. Okay. And what kind of man was Moses, Sister Crossman?
Well, in Numbers 12, verse 3, it says he was the meekest man on earth.
That's right, he was, huh? Yes. Why do you think, Sister Crossman, it's better to be meek and mild rather than arrogant and stubborn?
The scripture in Psalms 37:11 says, "But the meek one will possess the earth and find exquisite delight in the abundance of peace."
Right. Future looks good for meek and righteous people. Huh? Okay. Oh, Dustin, what do you think about that?
We want to be careful not to become arrogant and stubborn so our hearts won't become hardened towards Jehovah.
Did all three of you learn something from this? What do you think this article is trying to get us to do, Jackson?
To be better Christians.
That's right. That's right. We want to thank the Crossmans for their efforts.